There we go. Hey, I had some technical difficulties, aka I turned off my computer. So, my name is Miladies. I'm a spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self-awareness, and I am poking in to come and speak. Let's talk. Let's talk about what we've been doing in the last 6 months. Are we really using the tools that we have? We'll go deeper into that. But I am here to say we made it. We made it. Yes. What did I say? We got to 600. There's going to be a giveaway. So that's what I'm here to do as well. I'm really excited. We definitely are on this channel working into the best version of ourselves with the tools that we do together. Because right, I'm coming on here sharing the knowledge that I also am passed down with, but we're doing it together and we're growing together. And so that's what we're here to talk about, because this channel obviously is growing. We're going to be adding more self-awareness tools, meditation, Reiki, every bit of certification and tool that I have, I'm going to be pouring into this channel. So stay tuned. If you haven't already seen, I have previously done podcasts on self-awareness, and I speak deeper on 7 different levels of self-awareness. You can go ahead and check that out. There's so much. I have also some videos about relationships on here as well, so check that out. It's really cool. I'm going to be bringing on people so that they can be talking about their gifts and talents and tools. I used to do that over on Instagram, but I'm going to be doing that here now. So, yeah, we leveling up. We bringing in guests. We doing the damn thing. And so the giveaways, I'm going to be sharing a little bit more towards the end, because we're here to talk. Any questions that you have, put it down below. So the last 6 months, let's do a reassessment, right, on what transpired in our lives, what shifted, what was painful to let go of. Did we let go of anything? For those of us who do deep spiritual practices, did we actually sit here and turn on the candle? Did we actually do the spiritual bath? This is what we're here to do, so that we can begin to tap back in. Many times we learn more and more things, especially in the technical world. And so the more that we are learning, we tend to forget that we've been had tools a long time ago to help us manage what we're shifting through. Whatever that may be in your life, you could be shifting through a moment of where you are receiving a lot of awards, right? Where you might have gotten a new car, a new house, you just moved. These things are celebratory as well. But at the same time, have you been cultivating a space for that? Have you been feeling worthy of that? So we're going to be talking about that. I do want to share that we do have the astrology group going on, and it's popping. There's where you can find weekly podcasts. I share webinars. Any webinar that I've ever given is there. You can go and check that out. The webinars are about an hour and a half, and we go deep into the moon. We go deep into how the moon, it resonates with you and your life and your mother. We definitely go into the 12 houses deeper, so you can go and get that over at the astrology group. Everything is, you already know, down there. Right now we are having a special, so go and check that out. You know what I mean? Before it runs out. All right. Also, for those of you who don't know, I am a Reiki practitioner, a master Reiki healer. Had 2 different Reiki certifications, and in the past, I took a 4-month break, like a 4 or 5 month break. I would do a monthly Reiki box, and so most of the time, a Reiki session is done one time, and you take a space, let that work out for you. If you don't know what Reiki is, I also have a video about that, and I could talk about it again if that's one of the questions. Honestly, Reiki is your own life force energy, utilizing it to relax yourself, heal yourself, get through things. And so I have many testimonies on that. This is why I'm doing this video today, to remind you to use the tools that you already have to be able to heal thyself. So I'm heavy on the Reiki. Heavy on the Reiki. I really want Reiki. And so I've been practicing Reiki since 2018. And we started this month with the emotional support Reiki box. So the Reiki box is open for the first week. After that, it gets closed because it is very intimate. We do process and we heal. And I also joined the community because I'm not gonna have a healing box and not be part of it. Hello, we're healing together, like I said. And so one of the things that I'm going through, which many of you may know, because I do talk about it a little bit, is of grieving my dogs, right? And so as I'm shifting through some more grieving, I kind of put that to the side. And so when I use my own tools that I already have to get emotional support, that emotional support came from obviously friends and family that were in alignment to assist me at this time. And it gave me strength to do specific things as far as, releasing and let it go. So why am I sharing this? Because the Reiki box provides you with daily smooth healing for you to be able to navigate through what you're going through, and it's like a hidden support system. For example, every month I do a different theme. So it could be a theme for childhood trauma, right? Many of us do not want to go down that route. So here's a nurturing box that I share energy with you on a daily basis so you can get through that. I've done it for animals, right? My dogs. And I've had cross state uh, dogs and birds. So I'll be sending Reiki across the states. So I wanted to share that. I know that I'm always talking about astrology and tarot. So this is where we are. What tools, again, do we have? We're going to utilize all of that. So let's get to it. When you began your healing journey, if you are just starting, then we're doing it together. Have you been healing for quite some time and you dibbled and dabbled? What course have you taken, right? What course have you taken? What podcast have you heard? What old readings have you gotten, right? Many of us have old notes, old tarot readings, take certifications. Some of us do have hidden certifications that you're like, oh yeah, I'm a practitioner for that. But have you been using it? Have you been actually going back and revisiting what had you at one point in your life feeling like you're in alignment? The way when we feel in disalignment is due to the fact that we are in the space of noticing the disalignment. Sometimes we drift and we say, oh my God, I'm feeling down and out. You're feeling. That's exactly what this is all about. You're feeling that you're in a space where you're not at your prime. So when did you feel at your prime? Many of us go back to when we were 20, we were 30, when we didn't have any kids. Cool, no problem. Let's get a little bit closer. When was there a time when you were saying a story to somebody and they actually heard you, they let you speak? When was that time? How did it feel? How supported did you feel? Let's either contact back those people, ask if they have space, and we can be able to start feeling like ourselves again by releasing. A lot of what keeps us feeling in a space of stagnation is due to the fact that we keep holding on to things and we don't want to share. We feel like we're going to be bothering somebody. So let's begin to shift the narrative. That's where we are at right now. We're learning all of these tools, but what are we doing with it? Yes, you know yourself, but are you elevating yourself? Right? So this is where this gets to. There was a podcast that inspired you. and they ignited something inside of you to help you shift. What podcast was that? Maybe you outgrown something. So that's where the next thing that I like to talk about is to declutter. Let's declutter what is not assisting us anymore. And I'm talking about going in your house and picking up those little things, right? There's little things that's around your house that you haven't moved in a couple of years. Let's move those things around. Let's shift the energy. We all are calling in new energy. We want to experience something new in life. How do we experience something new in life if we are not clearing out? So that also means, are the tools that you use in the past helping you out now? Oh, I've always been doing that. Okay, where we at now? Do we shift it to receive a much better result? So one of the things that I enjoy doing, I go back to books. I have books all over the place that allows me to get back into alignment, especially when my vocabulary be getting crazy. So one of the books that I go to is Waking Up in 5D. And so you see how close I have it. I got it right here. And so why I like these books, because I do work with clients and I am helping people shift their subconscious mind. So at times I do tend to pick up some of that energy. So how do I get back to it? I come back here and I read, right? I read different things. For example, it's saying the emotions of 3D. 3D emotions, patience. The 5D emotion is compassion and indifference. So I come back to these things to bring me back into alignment. Do you have your tools close enough? Are there at hand's reach? I'm feeling some type of way? I got my tool right here. Right? I feel like I'm in disalignment. So how did I start doing this? Right? Because of course I'm not gonna sit here and act like I always had these tools around. Like, it all started when I began getting anxiety, and I had never gotten anxiety in 2018. And that was in the midst of me not really knowing that I was having panic attacks. And I've heard people have panic attacks, and I've seen people have panic attacks, but I didn't. And I was with a coworker, and we was going down to Namaste 14th Street, right? And so what's funny about that Namaste is Namaste is a healing store. It has a crystal store. The crystal store that has books. They do readings there. It's on 14th Street. It was one of my favorite stores. I mean, it still is but now when you source out crystals from somebody else, it's a little bit different. But definitely a place where I used to go all the time. And I went down there, and I was feeling the what I didn't know was, I just knew that I needed something to relieve me. My friend is like, "You're right." I said, "I gotta get out the chain. I can't breathe. I can't breathe." And we walk into the store, and the guy in the store goes, "Does anybody need anything?" I said, "Can you play that sound bowl?" Why he took down the bowl and he started playing it, and my whole entire body just relaxed. And I said, "What?" I wasn't into all of that then, so I'm like, "What?" Of course, I didn't buy it. However, I recognized, oh shoot, there's a combination with what I'm feeling and external tools that can help me. So I started creating oils. And then by me starting creating oils, I started using oils that would help with anxiety and to calm down. And then I started realizing, oh, I need to have these tools at hand, because when you're healing, you never know what is it that you need to reach for in order for you to feel at ease and recognize what's passing through you. Or, my siblings already know. Sometimes one time I'm sharing these stories because I noticed when the energy is shifting. And this was recent, like 2 weeks ago. My older sister came in, and she came in with this energy, and she's just hyper about all these sales. But she also was in a mall where there was a lot of people, so she's coming in with all that energy. And I just started feeling dizzy, and I couldn't breathe, and I had to sit down. And they already know how to help me out. Again, tools. So a lot of times we forget that we have these tools, and we go into the dark night of the soul, and we feel excruciating pain, we feel regret, we feel, judgment. All those things come up. Yet we can turn around and simply go back to something that has helped us out before, like an oil, like a crystal, if you're into crystals. If not crystals, so we all learn in different ways and we all heal in different ways, right? This is one of the reasons why it's important for you to start investigating yourself. And I guarantee for any of you watching this video, you have healed yourself before. You have overcome something before. What did you do? Those times when you felt like, oh, shoot, that was a miracle. Yeah, you did that. So this is that reminder to go back to those tools, see what worked, see what didn't work. And many times when we're on our healing journey, it's obvious it's connected to somebody who may have introduced us to it. Maybe it's time to go back to, if you're not connected to that person anymore, are you avoiding to go back to the tools because that person reminds you of it? And a lot of you have tarot cards. All right. This is what I'm talking about. I know I read tarot, so I do have my tarot cards here. But don't think that I don't be in here like, what angel is gonna help me with this? Because this sounds like a task. So angels and archangels, who? Oh, Archangel Raphael. Okay. Come through with the come through. So, begin to use your tools. These guardians, ancestors, they're not around just to watch you go through something. And they do need permission. Just like you don't want to violate somebody in their energy. I hope so. You ask permission. They don't want to violate your energy. So they ask, do you want us to assist you? And that's where the prayers come in. That's where being open to receive comes in. Hey, that's what being open to receive comes in. That's the major part. Many of the people that I am in tune with that come for services, it's the majority of it is opening up to receive, because we've been so diligent to do things on our own that we say, I can do this, in the midst of going through a major shift that obviously requires someone to support. We can do this. So what? We can come out and say we are victory and putting ourselves through that. Many of us may have this energy of surviving, and it may feel like you're thriving just because you made it. That's at times not even our own energy. That's what we have been programmed, right? So any of the challenges that you've done before that have gotten you in alignment, if you've done fasting before, how did that feel when you did it? Did you get through to it? Do you have the capacity and the mindset to do it now? Some of us, many of us have been part of certain groups that inspired us. Let's not cheat ourselves from thriving, right? This is why I'm doing this check-in, because it's more of like, yes, we're going through things are moving fast. Also, what are you letting go of? Also, how are you continuing to sharpen yourself? Go back to the skills, and maybe you don't go back to the skills because that wasn't for you. Okay. How do you close out that chapter? Maybe it's writing a letter to that part of you that said, thank you, right? Because sometimes when we don't finish something, we feel like failures. And even though you like, oh, I'm not going to finish it, it don't matter, I don't care. We do care. Because at some point we was actively engaged in wanting to get it done. So stop acting. I'm talking to myself too. So the next thing that we are doing a 14-day money unlock, unblock, whichever one. Money mindset is going to start on the 10th of July. and it's gonna end on the 24th of July. So it's from a Wednesday to Wednesday. And I didn't recognize that. I just wanted to do it on the 10th so that it can end, evenly like that. And I was like, oh, Wednesday, go spirit, go spirit. So we're doing that. Even that, when it comes to specific areas of our lives where we have achieved greatness and we have tools, forget about the how, pardon me. When do you notice that you are slipping back to old habits? When you achieved a specific financial goal, when do you learn that you fall back to the habits? Rather than to beat ourselves up like, oh my gosh, I got back to it again. What tools did you use to get up there? The same thing with self-love, right? The reality is self-love is equal to being in a partnership because you connecting to yourself. So when you start dating and things don't work out the way they do, rather than to say, you know me, I like to stay positive, but rather than to say I'm not worthy of this relationship or I'm gonna grow old, I might as well get cats. Like rather than to get into that rampage, right? That rampage goes on a piece of paper and it gets burned with caution. All right. Nonetheless, that rampage that happens, it's negative Nancy and Doubtful Dan coming back. We got to defeat that, right? How do we defeat that? It could be the voice of your moms. It could be the voice of many people that may not have want you to succeed. And that could go inwards and be pushed out to relationships. So what do? Go back to the tools of self-love. Go back to the self-help books that have assisted you. Go back to healing with the crystals. I'm telling you, I got them on deck. Why you got your amethyst and you ain't using it? First and foremost, let's talk about crystals real quick. Because a lot of people love crystals because they're cute. But did you know that this is also an entity? This is a bestie. Bestie from the Westie, right? Trust me, sometimes I got pictures of myself just like sitting in the park and just doing this. And I am that person. And I'm just sitting there like this. And the sun. Right? To get some clarity, because what the hell? Y'all fogging up my brain. Right? How do you instantly begin to start getting clarity? And the more that you bring these tools into a habit, things start speeding up for you. Because the minute that the minute that I used to get anxiety, I immediately will pull, grab an oil, do my 5 senses, breathe, ground. What am I seeing? What am I taking? Have a little something, always have something in my pocket. And now, instead of it being a 1 hour anxiety, now it takes 10 minutes, maybe, the most. Why? Reaching for those tools. Not just for you, right? But it begins with you. And it begins with you. And it begins with you. When people start seeing you taking care of yourself, that does that ripple effect. Even with our children, reminding ourselves that our children do what we do. A lot of times when you see people being enthusiastic about fitness and they're going hard, and the next thing you know, their children end up being fitness instructors as well. Is why? It's because of what we see. So that goes back to, what did you see in childhood? We're rewriting, all right, rewriting our history, your story. So again, to all those hidden, and I've caught your hidden Reiki healers. I've seen y'all, those yoga instructors that don't use their certification. Y'all end up with me, and I'd be like, spark it up, girl. Boy, or whoever you are, you on fire. Because guess what? You didn't take that certification class for no reason. And at first it does. You take it because it's for you and you want to figure it out. Nonetheless, your talent is not for you. Because you can entertain yourself all the time with, even, you don't have to be the biggest healer in the world, but that plants love Reiki. You know that plants love for you to sit down and speak to them and use them as counselors. That tree, you feel me? So like These tools are all around us. It might be weird at first. Nonetheless, do you see some type of, this is where you start testing yourself. Do you see some type of result when you sat by the tree? Or did you just get some ants in your pants and you was like, why did I even listen to her? Which one is it? You got to come back and let me know. What tools work for you? All right. So always I will have millions, not millions, but I will have a lot. I have a lot of tools for you down here below. Free. Of course, some is for purchase. Nonetheless, it's all for our self-awareness so that we can be able to what? Continue to be the best version of ourselves and actually see tangible results with things. So make sure that you declutter. So it's time for the giveaway. Hey, so what we giving away? What we giving away? What we giving away? Oh wait, let me see the comments. Sorry. Us dormant people. So first and foremost, again, thank you. I wouldn't show up if you guys didn't pull me out here. So I'm here. So I will be showing up on a weekly basis. I haven't had a quite a great schedule yet, because I'm major shifting in my life. But I'm here. I'm showing up. There's a lot going on in the background, baby. And with that being said, I why did I say all of that? I don't even remember why I said all of that. Anyways, so the giveaway. What we're gonna do? You send me an email here. Y'all see that? Okay, I could do it like that. Email me. This is the best way that's going to happen. You email me. I'm going to come back on here on Sunday. I'm gonna give y'all Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna do 3 giveaways. What are the giveaways? If you have had the honor to be part of the live astrology readings that I do, it is amazing. It is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Sometimes it gets to 3 hours, and we go deep into your astrology. It's something that you keep for the rest of your life, download into your computer, and it's powerful, shifting, and I've seen people really get into alignment after receiving a reading. So that's one of the things that I'm giving away. The next thing is a 30-minute reading, tarot reading. You already know tarot is my life. So I enjoy doing those. I still do tarot reading. So it's a 30-minute tarot reading and a yoga session. These are some of the services that I have. So these are the 3 things that I'm giving away. So 3 people. And it's all going to be virtual, so it doesn't matter what part of the world. Which, by the way, first and foremost, we got to hold up. Let me tell you, so I checked the back end, the analytics, right? Why are my videos, or our videos, because it's us, our videos are being seen in South Africa, Canada, the UK, and the United States? South Africa, what y'all doing? Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Canada. I'm shifting, baby. We shifting out here. This is all thanks to y'all. Look, my cheeks are hurting. I can't even stop smiling. So this is the giveaways that I'm doing. So again, I love y'all. Go ahead and make sure that you email me and check it out. I'm also going to be putting it in the community so that people who didn't see this video or who haven't been able to get a chance, do so. If I see that not many people signed up, I'm going to extend the time so y'all can show up. But definitely by next week, I'll be shouting out the winners. And we're going to keep doing it, right? We got to 650. What we doing? Giveaway. Self-awareness giveaway. And it's virtual. So you ain't got that. You don't got to have that excuse, baby. We're going to see each other like this. Because I'm all up in your grill. Nah, I love ya. Oh, Tracy. See? Oh, let's put that up. One of the people who received a tarot card, pardon me, astrology reading. And I actually have the honor to see her evolve in the task that she's doing after getting her natal chart reading. Beautiful. And it empowers you. It really does. It really empowers you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, girl. All right, so don't forget, buy me a coffee is where there's blogs. I have tons of healing tools in there. You can type it in the search button because there's like 200 and something articles. So I've been there since 2019, baby. I've been working for y'all. And you can type in anything to see if there's something that pops up for your desire to read. If it's not there, you already know you can send me an email or whatever to write about it. Things that you're interested in knowing when it comes to healing, when it comes to the chakras, breath work, any of your self-awareness journey, honestly. And then of course where you can find everything down below, but then that's also where you can find us. So we made it. I really do enjoy y'all. I love y'all. I will be going live again tomorrow to talk about the unlock money mindset. We're gonna be working, reminding ourselves that when we do those challenges, we are actively doing it at the same time on cameras. So prepárate, prepare yourself. I love y'all so much. Go down below, just let me know how your self-awareness journey has come, what has been your aha moments in the last 6 months. It all helps out. It all helps out for you to come back and see your growth, right? How your comment can inspire somebody else, because we have been inspired by other people. Shoot, we read reviews and we be like, oh, all right, so I'm gonna take this service because I read reviews. All right. I love y'all and I'm proud of y'all because I've seen a lot of y'all grow. Making it. I love you. All right, let me get out of here because I got emotional. It's cancer season.